It is time for us to do an update on Maui. Oh, look at this. Mountain Dew, DEW, direct energy weapon. And Maui burst into flames? Got some stuff coming up for you.
I feel like getting high. Meet me on the corner. No, I won't be long yet. On the other side.
Can someone please explain this book about the Maui fire that's already out? The story of the 2023 Maui fire and its implications for climate change. Huh? Here we go. It says, this book chronicles the events of August 8th through 11th, 2023. Then how was the publication date August 10th? The fires weren't even out then.
So far, this is what we know. We're witnessing the largest land grab in our lifetime. School was canceled, so kids were home by themselves while their parents were at work. They had no idea how to get out. Many of them died. Who knows how many were kidnapped. The water was turned off. The escape route was blocked off. The Hawaiian officials were off island when the fire occurred. They didn't sound the alarm, and they did not use the phone alert system. What?
Already thinking about ways for the state to acquire that land so that we can put it into workforce housing. Let me get this straight. The houses burned down. Most of the trees are fine. The governor is talking about how to acquire the land and turn it into smart homes. Am I understanding correctly?
And for those of you thinking it's all baloney, check this out. World Economic Forum cite themselves how Hawaii plans to be the first U.S. state to run entirely on clean energy and ran by AI. Yeah. Really? Might want to check this out, folks. Hit pause when you need to. Look this information up, folks.
In January of this year, Maui had the Smart City Conference, where they said Maui would turn into a smart city. And essentially the plan was to make the whole island dependent on electric, solar, and renewables. There's just one problem with that. The locals, whose families have been there for generations, refused to give up their land and sell their homes. And in September, Hawaii will be hosting the Digital Government Summit, where they're going to discuss AI's role in governing the islands. Okay? Isn't that strange? Like all of the...
Listen up.
Can someone
Yeah, crazy stuff, folks. Yeah, this right here, this is how the people are getting around the government and their blockades. They're literally driving around the island and bringing supplies to the people because they need it. Folks, this is a land grab. They don't give a crap about life whatsoever. They only give a crap about themselves and their interests. This is disgusting. Here's a little predictive programming for you. The Simpsons. Oh look, lasers from space. Boiling water, fish jumping out. Remember that. Oh, and an extinguisher shop closed. So a way to put out the fires was gone. And yet the people's water was shut off. How does that work out? Look at this. Remember that from The Simpsons? Boiling the water and boop, fish jumping out. What the heck is going on? The lawyer's take on the insurance.
So will insurance pay for this disaster? Maui locals like these have called their insurance companies to get money to live and rebuild, but the insurance companies have denied their claims. You see, homeowners policies often require you to have no legal violations on your property. Now, many of these Maui locals have built without permits or done business from their residential properties. And so insurance won't pay, and now vulture land developers have swooped in, offering cash to take away the locals' property. Sad story.
Destroying the people's spirits, on top of the fact that some of their kids are gone. Like just to ravage their spirits. It's It's got to make you wonder why. Like, what's going on? I mean, we're talking about psychological, spiritual, technological, informational warfare on all fronts. It's ridiculous.
No.
Maui
Already thinking about ways for the state to acquire that land.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not.
He does not regret sounding the alarms.
If they had time to escape, had a siren gone off, they would have known that there was
What a
crisis
piece
emerging.
of shit.
And as we know, so many
And that's
bodies
a
were found
Hawaiian.
on the ground.
Shame on you.
But I wanna get it out there.
And here's the Maui police chief. They want to know why the water was shut off. Why were locals told the brush fire was 100% contained? Why was the front street blocked by police barriers? Why was there no warning siren? Why were the placards stopped? Why did you evacuate tourists and not the locals? There we go. Why did you evacuate tourists and not locals? Why are you lying about help being on Maui? Oh, and watch this.
Maybe it's different for you because you just got here, huh? So it's not the same.
No comment.
No comment?
He says nothing. He's a freaking coward.
No comment? I'm talking to the chief, sir. Why doesn't you...
People in the real estate industry are calling your family and your friends who have lost everything to buy their plots of land.
It is disgusting. We have real estate investors and speculators going around calling our victims, offering to give them cash and buy their property. It is disgusting. It's a land grab, and I know that our Lahaina community, we are resilient, and we will do whatever it takes to protect Lahaina.
And that's one of the big concerns as they search for the missing and the dead, is that Lahaina doesn't lose its spirit, right? That people from the outside don't come and rebuild and turn it into a tourist mecca.
We've already been displaced enough, and we plan to have a seat at the table in rebuilding Lahaina and ensuring that the rich cultural history of Lahaina is protected and that the multi-generational families get to come back home.
Little news flash. Fox News is the only ones that have been allowed in by the government. Well, that ought to tell you something. Hawaiians are waking up, even the young.
If you live anywhere but Hawaii, this is for you. The news is lying to you. They're not telling the truth about what's happening in Lahaina. The government is stopping supply drops because they're not approved by the Red Cross or something. Bullshit! There are people looting because there's no supplies, and all that supplies that you might be donating your money, the government is taking it and not giving it to people who actually need it. The trucks from the other side trying to get to the west side are being held at gunpoint so people can loot it. Fortunately, this only happens at night, but still, what the fuck? Locals have to get in their boats and go around the island to do supply drops by themselves without the help of the government. That beach was where I used to live. Uncle C and these locals whose family's been there for hundreds of years have to do it themselves? This is my best...
Hawaii notice to vacate. You might want to hit pause, folks, screenshot, and zoom in and read it.
Many of the fatalities will be children who were at home because canceled school.
Quiet guys are saying they didn't have enough water.
There was no water.
The government is stopping supply drops.
This was a direct energy attack.
They have weaponized things through killer satellites, directed energy weapons, fire the melted metal.
There were trees standing and the buildings gone.
They burning all our own, they killing the biome, they turn it all to zone, no one can free roam, they want us all alone, they listen on the phone, they take DNA for clone, our movies were all shown, they burning all our own, they killing the biome, they turn it all to zone, no one can free roam, they want us all alone, they listen on the phone, they take DNA for clone, our movies were all shown, they burning all our own, they killing the biome, they turn it all to zone, no one can free roam, they want us all alone, they listen on the phone, they take DNA for clone, our movies were all shown, DW and SAI, it's all trouble cause they make the earth die, direct energy, weapon multi-platform, sky effect energy, burning is just one form, flooding all the land, reenact the Bible, heated turn to sand, they say they're not liable, clouds made by man, stratospheric aerosol, killing all the man, elites don't got a soul, look up in the sky, tell me do you see it, that's the reason why, the world we gotta free it, spraying in the sky, geoengineering, what's the reason why, no one gon' hear it.
Now it's time to move on to the DEW, Mountain Dew, direct energy weapon. Deaths caused by Hurricane Hillary to be labeled suicides. It's kind of funny, but it's really not. Guess what? Maui burst. Yeah, there was one. Pitch black, going without power. Flaming hot. It's hot as F in the south. Typhoon. Oh, that's basically another name for a hurricane. That's interesting. Look at this. United States patent. Here we go, 2019. We've had direct energy weapons for quite a long time. It's right up here. United States patent. Look up this patent number, folks. It's real. You can read about it. We've had the technology for a long time. Why in the hell are we doing this to our own country, to our own people? This is what the elites are doing, folks. I'm going to just slide through some of these really quick. Real world 5G smart city solution. Kelowna launching Canada's first one. Interesting. Hit pause and screenshot at any time, folks.
The lockdowns are coming back.
I advise everybody to go over here to Wikipedia and look up Mountain Dew flavors. Look at this new Baja Blast, Code Red, Livewire, Dew Voltage. I mean, sounds like a blackout to me. If in my opinion, that's what that's looking like to me. I mean, Voodoo. Oh, great, that's even better. Major Melon, Dew Spark, Goji, New Baja Caribbean, Passion Fruit. Yeah, they're planning on taking out a lot of stuff. Sweet Lightning. Interesting. Frostbite. Oh, for people in the north. Okay, watch out. Atomic Blue. That's concerning. Do Garita. What? Do Vibe. Come on. I mean, come and check out some of these things, and you know what? You'll be able to start looking at stuff. And you'll be able to start figuring things out. Purple Thunder, as in plasma. Purple Lightning. I mean, come on, let's get real here. Start looking at some of these that they got going on here. I mean, some of them's like, oh, okay, whatever. But when you start really getting into it, you start going, wait a minute. I mean, Tropical Strike, Orange Storm. I mean, come on, come over here and take a look, folks. You'll start figuring it out. And to end this off with a bang, hit pause and screenshot. Check it out, folks.
The lockdowns are coming back. Federal officials from the TSA and from the U.S. Border Patrol revealed that the Biden administration is now setting the stage for full COVID lockdowns. They will begin in mid-September with incremental restrictions such as masking TSA employees, and then masking other government employees, and then masking non-government workers, and then masking everyone. Fires and floods are everywhere, and our billionaire ruling class are now being very open about their plans to lock us all down again in order to save humanity.
One thing that maybe surprised you most? Something you learned the last year?
Well, I learned that people don't know as much as they think they know, but the biggest thing you learn is that the pandemic was bound to occur, and this isn't the worst one that's imaginable at all. The society has a trouble time preparing for things that are remote, that are possible, and will occur sooner or later. There'll be another pandemic. We know that. We know there's a nuclear, chemical, biological, and now cyber threat. And we know, each one of those has terrible possibilities, and we do some things about it. But it's just not something that society seems particularly capable and fully coming to grips with. The cyber threat, we just started, and look at the damage that's already been.
Did you hear what he said? That they're doing something about it. Yeah, which side are you doing about it? That's the question. So keep your eyes open, no fear, and remember that love is the only way forward.